As you can see here, I have finished a cord of wood as part of Stephen Edholm's Cordwood challenge from the Skill Cult channel. And yeah, it's been a really fantastic experience. I've learned so much and I do not regret doing this. I can't recommend doing the challenge enough to the right sort of person. And that being someone who's got a little bit of experience with an axe, at least, and has access to the trees, and isn't an idiot, and finally has a use for the wood. I mean, there's not really a good reason to chop a bunch of trees up into cordwood if you don't have a wood stove to burn it in, or some other legitimate purpose for the wood, obviously. And I just wanted to, make this video as part of sort of an appreciation to Stephen for just creating the idea in my head that it was a doable, possible thing. By creating this cord, I have learned more about making firewood and wood and axe use than almost anything I have done with an axe. The only other really educational thing that you can do with an axe besides this that really improves your skills, I would say, is hand hewing, which I have also done. So one last thing I want to say is a little bit of a rant, but I've been doing this and I've mentioned to some people online and in my personal life that I'm doing this, and for the most part people are just fine with it, but there's a certain element that is actively hostile to this idea, and I'm kind of frustrated by that. I feel like we live in a society where it's okay to put gas in your vehicle and drive to some distant climate controlled facility, and run on a treadmill and lift weights and spend currency to basically get theoretically physically fit, and even go to the extremes of like taking all kinds of supplements and even drugs to create a certain amount of extra muscle mass so that you can oil yourself up and prance around with a Speedo on. And that's not stupid, but you take an axe out into the woods and chop down a tree and turn it into firewood, and somehow you're crazy, or you're doing something that's not only crazy but actually harmful and evil and wasteful. And if you go to the gym, at the end of it you have a lighter bank account and maybe you have more muscles and less body fat, but you do this, you'll not spend much money. At the end of it, I will also have additional muscle mass and less body fat, and I'll also have a cord of wood. So why is that stupid? That's all I've got to say.